Okay, welcome to this very special soul space session. So we are gathered here today because Soul Space, my membership community, has turned 5 years old this month. So 5 years ago, I had been doing a lot of spiritual inquiry. I'd spent a lot of time in many spaces. At this point, I had progressed through my psychic and mediumship development as an angel guide and mentor with Kyle Gray. I'd been on my shamanic path for a number of years at that point. I would say 3 to 4 years at that point. And I was really looking for a space where we can hold people and we can really see and feel what it's like to live a life that's spiritually aligned. And to be quite honest, at that point, I didn't know what soul space would come to. But I, on a whim, a bit, I opened up the space and I was really blessed that I think it was 34, 36 members joined, some of which are still here, some of which are in the room. So hello to those of you that are still here as my legacy members. And through those years, well, haven't we all evolved? If you think back to 2021, time was crazy times then. And so I'm sure if you look at your journey and your evolution, well, that's going to have been pretty massive. I've grown rapidly since then. Since my book came out, when I wrote the book, it came out. My Mystic and Training podcast is now a year old, also this month. My spiritual, actually, got my spiritual counseling diploma 4 years ago as well, like last week. So August has always been a big month for me. And I've completed my spiritual psychotherapy work, been on tons of podcasts and been on stages and like really just been having an epic time. And through that time, I've really been looking at what's important. And Soul Space has really been the epicenter of the journey. It's helped me create Akashic Reiki, which is my new healing modality. And it's helped me see that the more we can live life through a soul-centric vision, well, then the more opportunity, the more success, the more we belong, the more we become who we are. And I think that's what's really important, because I think spirituality has come it's come quite mainstream, which is great in many ways. But it seems to be coming into, well, what can I get from it? I don't know if anyone's noticed that just in the world. Like people are kind of like, well, if I'm spiritual, then what am I getting? And to me, that's kind of beside the point. Because on the one hand, when you follow this spiritual path and really start to see yourself and act through the eyes of your soul, well, then your life changes and you kind of inherently begin to manifest the things that are right for you. But I think if we try and manifest the things that we think we want, we're kind of missing the point. And so Soul Space has become that membership, that community, that space hold where we can really explore what it means to become who we are here to become, to continue to evolve and to see life through the magic that there is. So tonight, to celebrate the 5 years, one of the things which I normally do exclusively for Soul Space is channel. So who's never been to a channel or heard a channel before? Give me like a 2 in the chat if you've never experienced a channel before and what that means. It was a skill that I developed really through my mediumship and my angelic work, but I never it took me quite a long time to really allow myself to surrender to it, because when I'm channeling, I'm still present. I can still kind of hear and experience what's coming through me, but I'm not in charge. I'm not in charge. I can filter things, but I'm not in charge. And as somebody who is a recovering control freak, it's a fun job. So tonight it's not scripted. I don't know what's going to come through. I will close my eyes for a moment. I will invite the energies in. My eyes will be closed. Stacia will then hold the space in the room, and the wisdom will come through, and you'll get to experience the feeling. So on that note, when you're listening to the channel, so what I'm essentially doing is I'm taking blocks of information and I'm translating it into English. So I invite you, as you are listening to this, to, yes, listen with your mind. That's fine. You can take notes if you want to, that's fine. But also just invite in the rest of you. So invite in your heart, invite in your soul, invite in your other senses, and just allow yourself to really experience the channel rather than try and grab onto every word that I say. Okay. Please don't be driving or operating heavy machinery. Some of you might go into a trance. Some of you might fall asleep. That's all okay. The energy is coming in. This is all recorded, and the replay will be available to anyone that wants it for a while. Will be an hour or so, I think. We're gonna get started. Yay! Stacia, you good? Okay. It is very good and very pleasant to be here on this very special occasion of your Earth's eclipse. We chose this particular date today because the eclipse is a moment out of time. It is a moment where things come from the regular to the irregular. And this is something that we wish to draw your awareness and your attention to, not just at this time, at all times, because the human existence has become one much of regularity. You have many resources that are available to you that can provide you with a lot of, we shall say, comfort. They can provide you with a lot of distraction, and they have been shown to you that they are here to make your life easier. However, what we are noticing from this point is that people become very accustomed to the way that life is and the way that life is going and the way that life is meant to be, and therefore are missing a lot of the experiences that you as humans, and particularly as conscious humans who are choosing a conscious path, will came here to discover and to receive. And we do not blame you, and we will say that this is all part of a larger agenda. However, those of you that are here and listening to this channel are open to a more vast experience of what it means to be human and what it means to be within the heart of Source, for that is what you are. Now, on special days like today, where the sun and the moon and the earth all come into alignment, you begin to notice that things are different. You begin to notice that sometimes things will happen that do not seem to fit the mold. Sometimes things happen that seem to go beyond your conscious awareness. You cannot know how these things are functionally working, but they are here to bring you back into a sense of wonder, a sense of awe, a sense of stillness, a sense of discovery, a sense of presence. And so before we begin, we wish to invite you right now to experience that sense of presence that lives within you, that you are in this moment. And so we invite you to truly feel where you are in your body. You can feel your body. You can feel, if we bring your awareness into your toes, you can feel where your toes are without having to look or touch your toes. Just notice that experience as we begin to draw your awareness there. For some of you, you may get a tingle. Know that this is life force. Know that this is awareness. Know that this is your presence. Your presence does not just live in your mind or in your brain. Your presence is all around you. And so as you bring your awareness into the soles of your feet, we just want you to say to yourself, I am here. I am here. I am here. And notice as you say that, either out loud, preferably, or in your mind, if that is not possible. We wish you to notice the change that this creates in you. I am here. For many of you are not fully here or have not been fully here because of all of these distractions and these opportunities that are there. But you are here. And so you declare, I am here. And notice, visualize, see, allow for all of you to come back. Part of these experiences when you are out of what you may call alignment is actually when your energy body is living within other structures, other constructs, other people, and future and past scenarios. And you feel this when you suddenly become drained, or when you are scattered, or when you cannot focus, or when you feel that your emotions are at a roller coaster. And so how about now? How about now you come back into your presence? How about now you come back into your now? And just use your breath and allow yourself to draw every part of you back in these cosmic energies now, with the sun and the moon and the earth all in alignment, and other stars that you maybe go beyond your solar system are all in alignment now. They are all helping and assisting you. So call it back. Call back the parts of you that live in the past. Call back the parts of you that you have placed in the future. The pieces of your heart and your energy that you have given, willingly or not, to other people. Call it back. Use your breath. The earth, the cosmos, the moon, and the sun are all supporting you with this. You do not need to know how to do this consciously. Your energy body knows exactly what it is doing. Call it back and say to yourself now, I am centered. I am centered. I am grounded. I am here. Notice what happens. I am centered. I am grounded. I am here. Notice what happens. And bring your breath. Bring your breath through. We shall tell you this. This is how us without physical bodies travel through the systems. We use this conscious intention and this conscious awareness to quite literally manifest in different places and in different times. For example, when our host here called us in and invited us to come and speak through you, it was a willing and conscious choice where we thought of our host and this time and this place. For time and space works differently where we are, and we came and we manifested. Your thoughts are very powerful. This is in fact your original transportation system, if you like, before you had those very slow bodies, which is why, by the way, sometimes you find your body is quite infuriating, that they are so slow, because you are used to, in times when you are not on Earth, to travel in this way. There is a freedom. Those of you who have had dreams where you have been flying or teleporting or are weightless, these are more like memories than figments of your imagination. And this is why sometimes you can just find yourself getting frustrated at the slowness or the density of the physical body and the physical being. We invite you to laugh at this, because it is quite funny as a cosmic joke that you are always in so much speed, where we up here are often trying to slow things down, to come and commune and to come and have the more visceral experiences that you have when you are on Earth. Why we share this with you is because we wish to make you aware that every time your thoughts patterns go into other places that are not present, into other people, into other circumstances, into future scenarios, you are quite literally in your energy body traveling to these places. This can be great fun if you wish to go to places such as the Assisi or Egypt, or into some of the sacred sites, or somewhere where you cannot go to physically. Sure, go and have fun. However, when you find yourself moving into scenarios that are not helpful, in scenarios that you are asking to reveal the worst case or to predict the future, or you are pouring your energy into circumstances that are things that you do not like, we wish to make you aware that there is a part of you that is traveling to that place, and so that there is a not quite physical, but certainly energetic implication to where your focus lies. Now, this does not mean that you are doomed, for your mind and the nature of it is to move into many scenarios. However, with this awareness, you can always remember to come back, to say, I am here, to come back into your presence, to find the central sun that lives in your own body, in your solar plexus, and to ensure that that part of you is in alignment and is in your center and is firmly placed, so that when you do allow yourself this, what you call daydreaming, what you may also call worry or anxiety, when you allow yourself to indulge in these practices, you may do so, and then you come back. I am here. I am present. I am grounded. I am centered. I am safe. Do it with me now. For some of you, you have already gone off. You are already thinking about tomorrow or yesterday. And so we remind you, I am here. I am present. I am grounded. I am centered. Notice how that feels in the body as you say it. Now, we wish to impart this upon you, for this is an important message at this time. There has been many instances, certainly in the past, where there has been advice to almost bury your head in the sand, to avoid the bad news and to avoid the climate of what is happening around you. And for many, that has been great advice, mainly for the reasons that we have said, because a part of you is projected into these different realms as you are experiencing them. However, we are moving into new times now. And yes, the world is in a quite turbulent place. The recent history has certainly been true for that. However, the focus is now changing. The focus is now changing into recognizing your power and your strength. And as you are more centered, how more able you are to be able to dip in, to be aware of, to allow yourself to know what is happening in the wider world. We do not ask you to get lost in it. We do not ask you to turn on your news first thing in the morning. This will certainly not be a good idea. But to allow yourself to notice where there are things that you do not agree with, to notice where you find yourself in situations, in particularly news and media conversation, shall we say, where it is making you angry, where it is making you sad, where it is making you feel a way that is not good, because this is teaching you a very important lesson. This is teaching you discernment. And discernment is something that is coming up very strongly for humans at this time, both in the physical and in the spiritual and energetic realms. And so we invite you Please, not first thing or last thing in your day, for these are powerful, potent times for you to manifest and to direct your energy, but to allow yourself to be exposed to some of the conversations or to some of the scenarios that are happening, and just notice how it makes you feel. Notice if it makes you angry. Notice if it makes you sad. Notice if it makes you scared. But become more aware of the feeling that you are feeling, rather than the getting lost in the story, because the stories are often just stories, and they are spun in a way that is designed for a particular outcome. This is not what we are asking for you to get involved in. We are asking for you to find your center, to bring your central sun into the center of you, to find your power, and to notice how some of these stories, how some of these world or more local events that you may have been avoiding in the past because of how they made you feel, and allow yourself a little exposure to notice how you feel, and to become very aware when something is of when something is out of alignment with you, when something is out of resonance with you, when there is something that you feel is not right in the world. Notice how it makes you feel. This will in the future become very good information. It will also help you if you do, as we say, and bring your central sun and bring your central power back, and make sure that you keep returning back. It will help you become more detached and observable of your feelings. This too will become a very important skill over the coming months and years, as you continue to progress in your power, and as you continue to make changes in the world, and as more people in your terms wake up and come into their spiritual truth. For you are the way showers. You see that there are more and more people having conversations such as this, yes. However, there are people that are will be awakening after you, will be looking to how you are. They will be looking to your power. They will be looking to how you navigate. And so it is now up to the already awakened ones to learn how to stand in their power, in their center, regardless of what is going on around them. To be able to feel the untruths that are in the world and to still stand in your power. So you may now practice this. Please use your discernment. Please do not get lost in it. Please do notice the agendas that are at play, and know that that's all they are, and that nothing can take your power away. This will be a great test of your time. Please do not be afraid. There is nothing to be afraid of. This is all because you are so powerful. It is just through the distractions that we spoke about, and the habits that we spoke about, and the ways that the world is set up right now, shall we say. It is very easy for you to forget that love is at your center, that your thoughts are creating your reality, that your soul is holds the keys to your particular path and your particular role in this world. And we wish to say that this is an important role. Sometimes with everything that is going on and with the world today, how it is so interconnected, and how you can, like on this call, be speaking with beings from the star through a room in England, and be speaking and transmitting all around the world in real time and in the future. There will be people who are watching this in 1, in 2, and even in 10 years' time. And to you, we say hello. But in this space, which can often be quite confusing and can often be quite distracting, it is very easy for the soul to lose its way, for the soul to be forgotten, for the soul to be another thing that can sometimes feel a little inconvenient. For you have created your habits, for you have created your rhythms, for you have created the projections of what is possible for you, of what could happen. And you have mainly created your present from your past. Your soul, however, has been coded, every soul on this planet has been coded with a very unique plight, with very unique codes. And really, the mission for humans right now is for everybody to play that part, we wish to say. For many, for in fact, the majority of the over 8 billion humans on this planet now, this does not mean waking up to the soul. But for some of you, that is exactly your path. For some of you who have started to ask the questions of why am I here, and what is this about, and why am I who I am, and what else do I need to know about me? For you, part of your mission is to know your soul, to know that you have come from the heart of Source, to know that Source has provided you. And we wish to say this is not because you are the special ones, you are all the special ones. And there are a certain number of you who are here to wake up to the soul and to keep living from this. It can be very inconvenient, as our host has known to her own progression. However, your soul will not lead you wrong. Your soul will lead you into opportunities that you may consider difficult. Your soul may lead you into things that you consider to be challenges. Your soul may lead you into things that your human mind may go, how on earth is this possible? And that is the job of your soul. The job of your soul is to remind you of how powerful you are and to lead you back onto the path of why you are here. None of you were made in isolation. None of you were made for, oh, well, this is your karma. This is the thing that you did in 3 lives past. And so therefore now you need to come back and right that wrong. This is too simplistic. There is a grander plan, and each of you have particular roles, and they are here to work together. You are here to work together. Within that, there will be your karmic responsibilities. There will be your dharma. There will be things that you are working through. And there will be, if you like, individual contracts that you have with other humans, other places, and even other archetypes that you will be here to awaken and to act out. That is true. But they are all part of a bigger picture. And we wish to assure you that the more you follow your soul, the more you will be connecting with the other people that you are here to impact, and who they are here to impact you too. And some of these will be challenging. And we wish to tell you that your challenges are your greatest growth mechanism. And when you are empowered by your soul, there is a part of you that knows that however hard the challenge is, your soul will never lead you wrong. Your soul will activate the codings and the strengths and the talents that you are already in possession of, whether they are awakened now or not. And the challenges will be the mechanism that will help you bring them alive. And as you bring these alive, you will be playing your parts. And as you play your parts, you will see how the universe seems to come more into alignment. How? through the magic that you see in the world, through the synchronicities, through the signs, through the magical helpers that are often placed upon your path, through the riches for some of you in the world. And when we say riches, we mean the desires that you have, the particular preferences, which are by no means coincidental either. We wish to remind you, you have been put here for a reason, and your reason isn't to save the world, but the more you become accustomed with your soul, the more you will play your part in the world, which will lead to the changes that you wish
I'm
to
hoping
make.
we're losing the channel. Okay, you're back. Coming back. Oh, coming back. And now you're muted because you just like to make things very complicated for me today, don't you?
I'm just going to go back in. Mm,
Here we go.
mm. We wish to acknowledge that energy works in very mysterious ways, and the energy did get very big, and there may have been a transmission that was about to come through that would have resulted in this transmission being wiped. And so we thank the beings that are available to us, that are protecting this space in this moment, for reminding us of the importance of the work that we are doing here. And we wish to remind all of you of your place, and to help you know that there are always beings who are there to assist you, that we are here assisting humanity. And often the question comes to why would the beings of the stars come to help humanity? And we will simply say that this is we don't want to take the magic out, but there is a project, and the humans and Earth are a very important part of the evolution of spirit. For this is what it all comes down to. We wish to say to you that there is nothing to fear apart from fear itself. We wish to say there is nothing to fear apart from fear itself, and that your power and your alignment and your essence and your truth will always be the star, the North Star that you can keep on following. And as long as you have that central sun in your center, we remind you your central fire is in the center of your being, in your solar plexus, in this place, which we will invite you to tune into right now. Tune in, bring your focus, your awareness, your attention to the top of your belly. You can bring your hands to this place if it helps you bring the focus to this place, and breathe. And we wish for you to invite or to imagine a great ball of fire in the center of your center. You can say again, I am centered. I am centered, and feel that center as it moves in to the center more. And we wish for you, this may sound strange, but you know your energy body, your consciousness knows exactly how to do this. We invite you to now journey or travel or dip your consciousness into the center of that center. Imagine that there is not just a ball of light, but that you can move into the center of the ball of light. Please do not worry if you feel like you are making this up. Just invite your awareness to drop into the center of the center. Very good. As you bring your awareness into this space, we wish for you to notice the sensation, the feeling, the stillness that sits in the center of this very impressive space within you. Find the center, find the stillness. Notice how there can be stillness within the chaos, the apparent chaos. Find that center and find that still point that sits within the center of your center. Notice from that still point this great ball of fire that is all around you. Notice from this point the vastness of this fire, the energy, the volatility, the potential, the heat. Notice its expansiveness, the energy that is held in here. And you can be in the center of this untouched. Now, as you are here in this center, we're going to invite you to take a nice breath. So you're going to breathe in through the nose, if this is comfortable for you. And on the out breath, you can breathe out through the mouth. We wish for you to imagine that the fire within you is blowing out through your energy body. So you are breathing the fire into your whole energy body. You can do that now. You can do that 3 times, just breathing in. And as you breathe out, seeing, feeling, knowing, allowing for this fire to reach the outskirts of your energy body. Very good. This allows you to step more fully into your power. Now, for some of you, you may have noticed that there are some spots in there that did not receive the light, the fire of your energy. This is good information. This is helping you know where your shadow or where your blocks or where you feel this human condition that you are not able to stand fully in your power. This is good information. This is part of your journey. Your journey is to evolve, and your journey is to become, and part of that evolution and that becoming is to learn to stand in your power more and to come out of the constructs and the habits in which we spoke about. Which brings us back to today. Today is a very special day. Today is a reset for you. Today is a day where your power, your fire, can very much come into alignment with your feelings, your emotions, your mental body, your thoughts, and your physicality, who you are, how you show up into the world, what you are becoming. And we invite you to come out of the traditional or not traditional, more new age projection of what this means, that you can manifest whatever life you desire. You can. Your invitation is, though, not to manifest the life that you think you desire, but to manifest the life that you truly do desire. To become more of yourself, to bring your soul into the center, into the heart of who you are. You are the heart of Source. And you are Source embodied. And so your job is to become the soul and the human that has always been encoded within you. And so, as you have just done this exercise with your fire, with your power, we invite you to bring into your mind now a future projection. We invite you to bring into your mind now a future projection of who you are when you are fully soul aligned. See it, feel it, know it, become it. Notice what's happening. Notice what you're doing. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how your energy body is more whole. Notice the changes you have made. See them, feel them, know them, this version of you. This may be tomorrow, this may be in 10 years, this may even be in 50 years. through the lens of this fire of your power. Get a glimpse and be in there. Be in there whilst we transmit. For, as we informed you not so long ago, when your imagination, when your thoughts goes into future or past scenarios, part of you lives there. You begin to take on some of the encodings of what is happening. So notice. You can move forward and back. You are not stuck in this position. You can move into different areas of your life, your relationships and how you are in them, your financial situation, your friendships, your home, your material needs, your physicality, your health. Begin to notice you as the soul-aligned human. Who are you? Who are you in your power? Who are you? Who is around you? They may be faces that you do not know, and you do not need to know their faces, but we invite you to notice their light, notice their fire. There may even be other people in this transmission who are also hearing it, who are part of this future vision. We invite you to notice, or as you notice, you are encoding this, your soul, your future, your human, your memory, into your fire, into your power. Please spend another moment there. We do not spend enough moments in these higher realms, in these higher potentials, for it is potential. It is potential. It is not written in such a way that it must become. It is potential. It is choice. And you will always navigate and orient back to this potential. Your soul will always guide you there. Let's not wait for other moments like this, where the sun and the moon and the earth align, to remind us and to reset us into the truth of who we are. Let us every day bring our awareness into our central sun, into our power, into a reminder of I am a soul in my body. I am the heart of source. I am soul incarnate. I have a role here. My role is to become who I am, truly. My role is to activate my soul. My role is to become myself and to express myself and to walk this path of truth. This is how I change the world. This is how I receive what it is that I truly desire. This is how I work with the universe, for the universe only wants for you to be the truth of who you are. Every circumstance is set up to help you become more of who you are. Every growth opportunity is assisting you in becoming more of who you are. And every moment of joy, every moment where you are in awe, in beauty, in friendship, in love, every one of those moments where you feel alive is more of you coming to the surface. This feeling of aliveness is your guide. This feeling of aliveness is the thing that most of you, the feeling, the sensation that most of you have been seeking for. And you have been seeking for it through these very clever devices that give you a substitute for it. Through your chemical responses in the body, through dopamine and serotonin. These are all good indicators of going in the right way, and we wish to tell you that there are natural ways for you to truly feel them, to have full body experiences of them, rather than to go chasing them. For some of you, you felt that as the moon and the earth and the sun came into alignment. It was this feeling of there is something different here. There are different opportunities available to you every single day. There are moments of awe and inspiration available to you every single day. It is not just the challenges that are helping you become you. It is these moments of joy and of life and of connection and of love that are all leading you into more of that, for that is what you are becoming. That is what you are becoming. That is spirit. That is soul. That is alignment. That feeling of whatever is happening. And sometimes we must come through it with contrast. And this is why we speak to you about discernment. This is why we speak to you about noticing the truth of who you are and how you feel and what it is like to have your power center as the central source of you, and to put yourself into circumstances that are controlled, where you have the ability to turn it on or off, and to notice as you read some articles or have some discussions. Notice the reaction in you. Notice the discordance. Do not become attached. This is very good training. Just allow yourself to notice the difference, the contrast. And the more you do this, the more you will know that it is the life and the aliveness and the life force and the joy and the love that you are, that is continually calling you back home. This is our message for you today. We wish to remind you that your earth is perfectly placed in the cosmos, and you are perfectly placed on your planet. You are here for great things, all of you. You are all here to become who you are. There are forces around you and within you that are continually guiding you there and guiding you home. The world needs you. And the more chaos that you see, the more in the world that you do not like, it is always a reminder to come back to what you do, to what you are, to your center. Notice. Always bring yourself home. This is your most powerful place. This is where you will make the most difference to your life and to the life of others. Life is good. You are here. You are here. You are here. And we are never far away. We are always watching upon you. We are always sending the love and the joy and the awe of who you are. And we wish you well. We will see some of you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay, how are we? Oh, wow. How long were we gone? 45 minutes? I would love to know in the chat what came up for you, what you felt just while I come back in the room. What you took from it. I'll pull some cards while we're doing that. Fabulous energy coming through. Oh, you cried. I felt so much energy when I went to my center. Crying's good. Oh, just me who was yawning and the breathing and slowly tears. Marianne, yeah, it's really normal to yawn. Because yawning is literally like, it's literally CO2 leaving your body, right? So it's literally like kind of stagnant energy just coming and moving. And the same with tears. It's just old energy leaving the body. I need to connect with my future self more. Yes. You know, our future self holds so much wisdom. Our higher self. Um, that was interesting for me that where am I going? That when you're in another place, you're in another place and you're taking on that encoding. I did wonder where they were going with that when they started. But that was interesting that then they led us into the future self, right? And actually spending some time there, being in that higher realm. I felt it wash all over me. So this is Iris, and I could feel a gap in it where it was a release. I could feel that I kept all of it within. There was a sigh of relief. Amazing. I was holding it all in. Amazing. Jen, I was reminded of a past life that can inform my future life, the one I'm now creating. I love that. Started coming through a few months ago, but I felt it anchoring in the last week or so, and especially today. Marianne, the point about going back into the center of our own center, I imagined it and felt this drop. So for those of you not in soul space, we did a channel on the Lion's Gate and they brought through like a technique. My guides often will bring through techniques, which sometimes I use for in my teachings, which is just a great life hack. They brought through this technique and they were really saying about our central sun, this point in our solar plexus of going there first. They were like really quite adamant, like go there first, like bring your center point into your awareness, anchor into that before you then go up for higher guidance, and then also before you go down into the earth. That was the process they gave us. They said it was for a while. I don't know how long that while is. They said it was just kind of for a period. Go into the center, make sure it's in your center. Did anyone, when they went to their center, like it wasn't quite central, like it was somewhere else? Like it wasn't in the, yeah. So that's what they told, they were like, bring it back in. So every day for this last week since we did the call, I've been tuning in, like, where's my center? And quite often, even though I'm doing this every day, it's like it's like tries to run away. It's like, oh, this is going out. And in the soul space call, oh my God, was that yesterday in the coaching call? And we were talking about people with different responsibilities. And it's like asking that question of like, when you're caring for somebody else, have you given your center, like, is it still within you or is it somewhere else? Is it in your business? Is it with your partner? Is it with your kids? Because the best thing that we can do is bring it back. And then once we bring it back, we can go up for the higher wisdom. And then once we've got that higher wisdom, we can bring it back into the earth through our body and into the earth. So we're walking the path. That was the instruction, or the recommendation. So it's interesting for me and for the soul space members that they brought through like a deepening, I suppose, of what that central sun is. So I'm glad you had that experience, Mariam. Iris, I was told I was being too respectful of others in a way that was disrespecting myself. That's interesting. Interesting about being aware of the news. Oh my God, yes. I was like, why are you telling them to watch the news? I was like, don't tell them to do that, because I don't watch the news. But I don't think that was the point. I think the point was like, I don't know if any of you here like actively avoid the news, right? I think it was more like, don't be afraid of it. Like, have some time where you can be like, okay, this, because sometimes you're listening to the radio and the news comes on, or you're on Facebook and someone's talking about something, or, like something happens. Like, what if rather than get caught off guard with it, we're like, all right, this is a discernment test. And so I'm just going to kind of dip in, like go into your center first. It's important. Go into your center first. So you're there and you're empowered. And then just kind of, allow yourself some exposure. And the job wasn't suck in the news. It was like, feel that that edge. Have I just frozen? No, you're all very still. You're all just like, what's she gonna say? Yeah, feel that change. Yeah. I'd be interested to know how that goes for people. There just seemed to be this, it was almost like a training, was the feeling I was getting with that. Okay, I'm Blandine. I went into a deep, deep place, into my womb and vulva, and felt that I was opening up so wide. I could feel my soul, and while it was here, love that. I was at the entrance of a temple. I saw many women around me and a lot of laughter. I love that. Was that when you were in your future self, when your power center? Pop it in.
It felt like it was when I was in my power center, and then the many women were in the future.
Mm. Thank you. It's amazing where we'll be led to, because quite often it's our dreams. And I think that we've kind of like the whole like manifesting practice, like I love it. I just feel like it's been flipped a little bit. And actually, when we can put our soul in the center of it, the manifestation happens automatically, or naturally, maybe is a better word. Because then we're in alignment, right? So like that's what we want to do. Like if the sun was a bit wonky, none of this would have happened today, right? Everything needed to be in its place. And when we are like coming from like the truth of what we want rather than what's been like encoded in us that what we want. I remember like leaving uni and being like, right, I'm gonna get like the fancy car and the well-paid job and all of these, and like all of these things, like tick, 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 tick. And people who like go and you'll buy the Rolex, or you'll get the kind of the Louboutins, or like whatever it is, right? Which are fine. There's nothing wrong with any of these. Like I'm all for abundance, but it's like we've flipped it all around. When we come into like, actually, I want these experiences, and this is what I want to be speaking about, and this I want the women laughing around me, and like this kind of sense of aliveness and joy. Like none of that's been coded by accident, but it's beginning to really learn the difference between our true self and our adapted selves, or our conditioned selves, our programmed selves. That's where my work, I'm really fascinated um in that play. Okay. I got so hot. My future self was walking off a plane and speaking at an event with my family. I love that. Yay, future self. I felt my future self was present now. I feel that for you, Matt. Thank you for the reminder for me to connect to my central sun. It's amazing. Iris, mine was right on. I was already laying down. My hand was already resting there. Lovely. Yours exploded in every direction. Jen, I love that. I love that. When I went in the future, I see my reflection in a high-rise window of a night skyline, where I've been stargazing. And I felt myself in full relief to be home and safe. She began to talk to me in the reflection. I love that, telling me what I need to do, and to do that here. I love that. Okay. Observe rather than receive. It gave us the space to notice the contrast. Amazing. Is it like a litmus test for who we are and what we stand for? The news. I think so. I think it's like there's going to be certain things that will activate us, right? And this isn't a bad thing. There's certain things that are happening on a grander scale that are like part of our mission. That doesn't mean we need to be martyrs and abandon ourselves. Bring your center back to you first. Always do that first. But there's going to be certain things that kind of spur us into action. There's going to be certain things that really get our goat. And they could be invitations into, well, as I do my work more, then I can donate, I can speak about this, I can, you know, like whatever it is, right? We work into that. Okay, so who enjoyed tonight? Give me a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed tonight's channeling. This is what I love. This is what I'm doing in Soul Space now every single month. Every month we're going to be having a channeling, or we're going to be having an activation channeling where it's kind of more of a guided meditation process, but they're coming through from our guides. And as you'll experience on Tuesday, every now and then I do a Q&A where you get to ask the guides anything, and they answer specifically to you. So to celebrate 5 years of Soul Space, I am opening the doors this month. I'm going to pop the link in here. If you want to speak to me about joining and being part of the community, we're not just channeling. What we would now do in Soul Space is we'd work with this channel to help integrate it into our body. So every month you also have a class which is really helping you build what I call your spiritual intelligence. So this is not just, oh, how do I manifest, but like, how are we working with our energy body? What is discernment really? How do we trust ourselves? Like, what are the lenses in which we see the world? Because for me, what I see is that spirituality isn't just something that we do, it becomes like this strong holding that affects our business, that affects our relationships, that affects the way our health, our body, the way we show up, our success. It's like putting on a pair of glasses and being able to see things differently. And that's what I'm really interested in, and how that plays with the human psychology. If you don't know, I'm also a psychotherapist, and I've been working in like with the field of like NLP and psychology and counseling for quite a long time. And so we're bringing all of that together. So Soul Space will be open for this month. My inbox is open. If you want to come and talk to me about joining, please do. Just drop me a message on Facebook, or reply to the emails if you're on my email list. I've left the link there for you if you want to have a little nosy. We've got a couple of levels available. Soul Space gives you the full access to the home of spiritual intelligence, so we can really bring this wisdom in the channels. And then also, which I always forget to say, that people love, you've got a whole library that's already there. So like the day you join, you can just click on the dashboard and you've got a course on how to channel called the conscious channel. So it's like a whole I think it's like 8 modules or 6 module course, and lots of activations, meditations, channels already available to you. And I'm going to be coming live 2 to 3 times every month with this, and it's all me, and it's an amazing community. Give a wave if you're already in Soul Space. Give a wave. They're amazing people. So my inbox is open. I'm going to leave that there for you so that you can integrate tonight. I'm going to be back on Tuesday for a Q&A. My friend Jessica Pashke is going to be holding the space. She's an incredible medium if you've not met her before. So you'll be able to come and ask questions directly. I'm very picky about spiritual guides, so you should be. And I've always been drawn to your work since I first discovered you. I'm incredible. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Iris. I love Jessica too. Okay, so I'll be back on Tuesday. Oh, I did pull a card. I pulled 2 cards. You're gonna like, your mind's gonna be blown. The first card was the Heart of Source. Were they not talking about the Heart of Source? The Heart of Source. What does it say? I can't even see. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. Like, this is it. Like, this is like, actually, how many of you got a vision like this when you were in your central sun, right? Like, this is it. This is who we are. And like, this is our invitation to stop just trying to kind of pick the lowest hanging fruits, but to but to really come into, like, you are source. Like, people, if you are source, right, that means that you have the potential for anything, but you don't want everything. You want you want like the perfection that you are. In Akashic Reiki, I speak about this. You are perfectly made. And I believe that to my core. There's no mistakes. The work that I've done in the Akashic records for the last 10 years have shown me that undeniably, that you are perfectly made. There's nothing that needs to be fixed, but we're here to grow. We're here to become, and whether that's your desires of the things that you truly want, the women laughing around you, to be on the world stage, like, what is it that's driving that behavior? And maybe these are the motivations that you need to get yourself going, because, like, otherwise we might not do it. Because, like the channel said, there's so many distractions that are here to make our lives easier, and they're not making our lives easier. They're making our lives more complicated, because now we're so unsure about all of the stuff because we have access to everything. What we're doing in soul space is we're bringing it back to this, like, to this center. So what is true? Like, part of my mission is to help you. What is true? What is true? And how do I find the courage to go to that? Because the channel even said it, and God, have I experienced this, it's often not convenient. You're often doing things where people are like, are you sure you want to do that? Why would you do that? That's a bit weird. And you're like, well, because it's true, because this is what's true for me. And you know, I think where I was 5 years ago when I opened Soul Space, like, I've always been interested in the mind soul connection. But what's really become apparent for me over the last 5 years is we can't leave the body or the mind, we can't leave the psychology behind. We need to bring it all together, because you might be the heart of source, but source can't manifest. You can manifest because you are manifest, right? You, like, source can't throw the whatever down, the Ferrari down from the sky, right? Someone has to make it. It has to come through the channels, yeah, through our crown. I've got an idea, I can see it, I can speak it, I can share it, I can bring my power to it, I can create it, and then I can birth it. Like, this is why we have the body. Like, we need to bring it out and bring it through, right? And so we're the heart of source, but we are source manifest, which actually, I'm just going to turn this mic on. I'm very dark. Which is interesting with the next card, because the next card is the crystal skull. Like, this is us, it's our skeleton, it's our bones, right? And the crystals, where are they born? They're in the earth. I'm just waiting for Nikki to bring out a really cool skull, bring it on the screen. Nikki supplies amazing skulls, by the way. Nikita in here. For me, this is bringing the wisdom to it, because it's all very, Stacey's gone, it's all very well like just being in here. And I think often when we're new in our spiritual journey, like, that was me, I'm like, I'm gonna go up there. Oh. And then, like, bam, I'd be, if you've read my book, you will know, like, bam, I got pulled down with a thud. It's how we bring these things together. Oh my God, there's a dog in my garden. There's an actual dog in my garden. I think it's my next door neighbor's dog. And it's like a cockapoo or something. He's very cute. Where's my phone? Oh, I can't take a picture, it's not here. The literal dog in my garden. He's like a sandy color. His coat just coming out there. I don't have my phone, so I can't take a picture. Sorry. Where's my phone? Don't know. It might be a sign. It's always a sign. Listen to, yeah, it's my neighbours. He's come through the fence. If you listen to last week's podcast, if you don't listen to my podcast, the Mystic in Training podcast, they're like 20-minute episodes. I speak about, this week's, I'm talking about micro mysticism and how the world is an oracle deck, and how sometimes we want a big sign and sometimes we want a little sign. Anyway, I digress. That Do you know what the neighbour's dog's called? Grace. So Grace just came in my garden. That's why. That's what it is. I'm only a few episodes behind. Today is a day to get caught up. Your puppy joined your hypnotherapy session today. I'm going to pull one more card just to bring these together. Oh my God. I'm just going to show you I was playing with this with the eclipse. My sort of truth. We got the sword of light. And this is the rod that comes from, look, the central sun through the fire, yeah, into the earth. Like, this is it, the sword of light, the sword of truth. Like, what are we bringing down? What is the thing that's in our center? And actually yesterday in Soul Space, we were speaking about energy. Nikki asked a question about energy hygiene, essentially, and we were speaking about this, like, when we're not meant to protect ourselves out of fear. The channel said that there's nothing to fear. But the more we bring this energy of discernment, of light, of truth, of this fire center, then we're okay, because we're coming from this truth. I said it to one of my one-to-one clients yesterday. Rather than, she was asking questions like what's mine and what's not, I was like, don't ask that, just ask what's true. And when we ask what's true, we start to get answers about, okay, well, maybe this isn't mine, or maybe this isn't mine, but also it's true, or maybe it is mine and it's not true. Yeah, like this is the path. What does it say? Divine protection, cords cut, and breakthrough energy. So I'm gonna share on my page the work I was doing with this crystal in the eclipse. I love that. When I get off here, they'll be in my stories. Okay, so they were my cards. Thank you, Stacia, for reminding me. Okay, this is the sort of fun we have in Soul Space. The doors are now open. I'd love to see some of you in there. We can really help change the lens in which you see the world. And when you change the lens in which you see the world, we start to change how we behave, how we feel, and ultimately what we manifest. The light card was called the Sword of Light. Is that the one? Heart of Source and Crystal Skull. And it was from our boy Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. Okay, always fabulous to be in your energy too. Too many people get too stuffy about this stuff. Or did I say they're damn, like, we don't need to be serious, as in serious. It's just a stupid cosmic joke. You're welcome. It's so good to see you all. Let me just see you all on multi-speaker again for a minute. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Thank you for coming. My inbox is open. Soul Space applications will be open soon, and I look forward to seeing some of you next week on Tuesday as well. Thank you. Bye.